here today, and we'll be happy to hear from you. With no further ado, I think everyone, as you mentioned, is familiar with you. So go ahead and take it away. Nalini,
Yeah, I'm no.
can you highlight him so we can see him? Thank you.
So thank you all very much for coming. I will begin. Now, I think that there are some points which I think are extremely important for the Hare Krishna movement going forward, and I'll try to make them clear for you. First of all, competition. A few words on competition. First of all, Prabhupada liked it. And the reason I know that Prabhupada liked it is because he told me. In 19, perhaps 75, 76, we had the December book distribution marathon, which in those days in ISKCON was like the Super Bowl and the World Series and the World Cup and everything put together. It was a huge thing, and the whole Hare Krishna movement was absolutely mobilized and intensely focused on this December marathon. The reigning champion, of course, was the Radha Damodar party under leadership of my great godbrother Tamal Krishna Goswami. And it was very famous around the world that no one could defeat Radha Damodar, especially in the December marathon. And so meanwhile, my zone in Latin America had been growing, and suddenly out of nowhere, no one saw this coming. We started selling more books than anyone. In fact, Tamal Krishna, he's very competitive. He actually called me up. I was in Mexico City, pushing the book distribution, and he called me up, and he was extremely competitive. And he told me, "There's no way you're going to win. There's no way you're going to beat us." And I just kind of laughed and said, "Well, whatever Krishna wants." Anyway, we kept increasing, and finally, Latin America did actually win that year. And so, right after the marathon, both Tamal Krishna Goswami and myself flew to Los Angeles to be with Prabhupada because he had come to visit LA, and we were walking with him on the Palisades the park, if you know the beautiful park in Santa Monica overlooking the Santa Monica Bay. And Prabhupada, sort of in his own way of speaking, Tamal Krishna was on one side of Prabhupada, I was on the other side. And Prabhupada, more or less in his own language, said, "Hey, so he beat you. Are you going to take that? What are you going to do about that?" I mean, that's basically what Prabhupada was saying. And so we were just laughing because it was all, it was all Krishna conscious. And then Prabhupada, I remember very clearly, I'll never forget this. He stopped and he said, "I like this competition." And so those words, of course, went into my heart. And so I want to talk about what is competition. And so let me move on to that now. So because Prabhupada personally told me, I know. I also know what Prabhupada meant because we basically probably did 10 to 20 to 50 times more than we would have done if we weren't competing. And even in the spiritual world, there's competition. It's right there in the Nectar of Devotion, where the cowherd boys are